Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Let's just hop right in here with our 500 millibar chart. And we are kind of under a low pressure system, under a trough at the moment. However, that will kind of move on, and maybe it's hard to see, but it looks like there could be another slight disturbance coming in as we head into the early morning hours tomorrow, but it should be past as we head into tomorrow afternoon. And then from there all the way into Friday morning, it looks like we remain in a fairly straight northwest flow pattern. Although one thing to note is it does look like, right as we head into Friday morning here, that there is a low pressure system with a trough developing around it to our northwest up in Canada. And there is also a jet evident at the base of that trough, so that is something we're going to have to keep an eye on, as that could move down towards our area, and who knows what that'll bring. As we head down to the 700 millibar level, you can definitely see the low pressure system that is sitting to our north at the current moment in time, and that'll again kind of move off and stop being our business. You don't really see that next disturbance much at all on the 700 millibar chart here. But you can see that again we remain in a pretty nice steady state. Although actually, you can kind of see that disturbance right around this time frame. It is kind of hard to pick out though. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that after that, you can really see that we remain in a pretty steady pattern. And again, you can start to see that next system Friday morning starting to develop and make its way towards the region. Now, I'm not saying that that will impact us. It's just something to keep an eye on. It could end up just going to our north. We'll just have to wait and see with that. Now with the 850 millibar chart, again you can see that next system, or that first system, moving out. And here you actually see a disturbance a little bit later, tomorrow afternoon, kind of making its way across the northern portion of the state, but not really impacting us here in the Lansing area. And then Friday morning, as we head into Friday morning, again, you really start to see that low pressure system start to develop. Now, at the surface, again, there's a low pressure system off to our northeast, there's one developing to our northwest, and we're kind of sitting under a little area of high pressure. It's not like an intense high pressure area, but it is an area of higher pressure. Now, as we head into Thursday afternoon and into Friday morning, again, you can really start to see that low pressure system build to our northwest, and we will probably deal with some colder air on the back end of this. However, we do have some southerly winds at the end of this time frame, so it is certainly possible that this thing could bring up some warmer conditions for a brief amount of time. Now, let's take a look at our highs and lows. Currently, we're sitting just below 30 degrees, and unfortunately, it's not going to get any warmer through the day today. As we head into the evening time, temperatures are going to drop right around 20 degrees. And as we go into the overnight and into tomorrow morning especially, temperatures should drop to the low double digits. Like we're talking 10 to 13 degrees here. However, as we head into tomorrow, things will warm up quite a bit, at least comparatively to today. We should at least get above 30. Maybe right around freezing, maybe even slightly warmer, 33. And then as we head to tomorrow evening, temperature drop a little bit down just below 30. And they actually start to warm slightly as we head through the overnight and into tomorrow, or into Friday morning, warm back into the low 30s, which again does give some credit to the idea that this low pressure system will bring some warmer air up into our area, at least until the cold air behind it slams us back to winter. So that's fun. Now, as far as the precipitation goes, things should be mostly clear in our area, although again, we did see that disturbance Thursday, yep, that does bring some snow to portions of the Upper Peninsula and Upper Lower Michigan. However, it looks like through most of the day today and through most of tomorrow, all of tomorrow really, we down here in the Lansing area should be remaining fairly, if not mostly dry. And that actually continues into Friday. Now let's take a look at wind. I definitely heard some of that wind rustling last night. I definitely heard some of those stronger gusts, but the good news is that the wind is calming down. Sustained winds at the moment are probably around 15 miles per hour, and they will gradually decrease through the day today. And as we head into the late night and early morning hours, the wind should calm completely. Excuse me. Now they look to pick up again just a little bit as we head into tomorrow afternoon, maybe up to 10 or so miles per hour, before they calm once again, briefly, and then pick back up to around that same mark. But again, nothing really significant, at least not compared to last night. Now let's take a look at our wind gusts. Now it is still a little bit gusty. We've got gusts around 20 miles per hour. Again, that is still lower than last night for sure. And those will calm down as we head into the overnight hours, just like the sustained winds. In here, even the gusts are 10 to 15 miles per hour at their strongest. Now those calm down through much of tomorrow morning, and they pick back up a little bit in the afternoon, still only around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now they are stronger to our north where that precipitation is falling. Northern lower Michigan looking at gusts potentially up to 30, but down here we're still only looking at gusts potentially up to 20. Though as we head into the overnight hours, some of those winds do make their way down, and we maybe could see those stronger gusts reach 25 to 30 miles per hour. And as we head into Friday morning, still hanging around that 20 to 25 mile per hour mark for the gusts, but still nothing really major. I think last night we might have had some gusts pushing 40, so this is still a fair bit weaker than that. Last but not least, let's talk about cloud cover. So this is showing that it's mostly cloudy at the moment, which really it's not. I can see quite a bit of clear blue sky, although admittedly it did look mostly cloudy not that long ago. And this does show that those clouds do clear out pretty substantially as we head towards the evening time, and especially overnight. And as we head into tomorrow morning, things are not going to be 100% clear, but they're going to be close. There's going to be more, or there should be more blue than gray, which is a win in my book. Though as we head into the afternoons, a few more clouds will start to build in the area, but it should remain mostly clear. Then as we head towards the late afternoon and into the evening, maybe we get a few more clouds mixed in, closer to 50 to 60% cloud cover. So, probably about equal parts sun and cloud. And then things will be much more clear as we head through the night and into Friday morning. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.